Already. Hello everyone. Hello and welcome to our Thursday Q&A with me, Alex Koloskov, Shana, Richie, Chris, Carol. Hello guys. Привет, бусинка. And today we, as usual, will be talking about your submissions. We have some cool stuff today to talk about. How are you doing, guys? How's everything? I see Carol that you're first who joined us. That's cool. Richie gets some and yeah, updates from you. Timothy made some cool stuff. Nairi with the bracelet, yeah, I remember it. We'll talk about. Carol have one more, and Richie. Wow, so we have good stuff to talk about. And Carol again, Alisa, some food, and Tamar. Okay, cool. I'm good, right? I mean, you see me well, you hear me well, we good to go, right? Okay. Where is my... forgot. I brought something to drink, and it's not there. Anyway, I'll survive. So, let's talk. Fireball cinnamon. Richie, this is something. This is very cool. I have a surprise for you. I'll show you. It's something that I promised some time ago. Like this one, for example. Look at this. Well, do you see it? Yeah. Hey, cool, yeah? Stable diffusion. I just run it while reviewing today. I run this one as well. It doesn't know well what ice is. It's kind of side deforming, but it's cool stuff, right? It takes like 2 minutes, one click, nothing to do, like one click and bam, it kind of decides itself what to do. And Carol, actually, I got this for you. If it understands that there is some motion going on, it will be a motion. Yeah. So, Richie, it's all cool, I love the background. I've seen that you've been trying to shoot it on a black cube. Why you decided to do it on a white, I'm not sure, but I think black will work here better, just in my opinion. But again, it's your call, so whatever is this. Just white doesn't play well with all this, really. If I cover, just by my hand, if I cover a lower part of this image, so you don't see this white, this looks better just because it's not white, it's a gray color, something a little bit yellowish. I don't know what AI was. It was Comfy UI. Here it is. This is how it looked like. This is what I'm preparing that workshop. Actually, it's boot camp for you guys. I just need more time to figure out some stuff myself. How you're gonna run it? Not everyone has a machine like me and stuff. But yeah, it can do. You just supply the image, and it does it. If I open it like this, I hit Q prompt, and this is just insanely serious application. It can be used very easily, but what you can do with it, just enormous. Anyway, going there. Da Vinci, and yeah, actually, yeah, that's. I mean, it's like block schema or mind map. Each piece represents node. I mean, some functionality you can connect. There are, I don't know, thousands of different nodes, and you can actually create one yourself if you know Python, or you know how to ask Copilot to write it for you on Python. The AI can write the code. You put the node there, and it will be completely custom solution. Crazy stuff. It's all on top of Stability AI. So back to our. We'll talk about AI a little bit later. Back to our photography. So Richie, like I said. Background is cool, except the table here. The splash is super cool. The only thing that I wish, if it would be a little bit more liquid there. I understand that it flew away. It just, if it would be initially more liquid, so part of will be in a splash, part will be here, and hopefully in a glass it will be a little bit more. Again, it just that feeling that ice hit the bottom of the glass, kind of. So I would put a little bit more liquid there. Maybe I wouldn't throw ice that far away, so it's kind of it does that stuff. But other than this, it's very nice. Okay. The bottle. The bottle is good. You know, you have lighting, you have these gradients, but you did something on post-production side to it. You really did it. You polished sort of, I don't know, you made this little blur on the bottle, and it looked like it's the bottle covered with, you know, like a sweating bottle, you know, like it was, it came from freezer, so it has that thin layer of, you know, liquid on it. So it lost its glossiness just because of this. The glass looks glossy. You know, all these little parts, like at the bottom, you know, everything is super sharp and it's glossy. Here, not everything. The top looks glossy, the bottom is not. You know, when you do this polish, try, it's hard for me to see, but maybe after you're done, then what you do, you make sure that this line, the cutoff line between, you know, the reflection and bottle, is sharp, like super sharp. Make sure that this is sharp as well, you know, all the lines that should be sharp. And maybe it will restore its, you know, glossiness. Because really, this is a little bit, you know, like over polished, okay? Yeah, other than this, very good. Very nice. I love it. And this one, it's cool too. Lots of motion. Flame looks very good. I love the flame. The smoke here. Oh, by the way, we had. Oh yeah, I did it. I was thinking that. Sorry, I just ran it. Wow. So, Carol, let's see your stuff. Anyway, back to this. The smoke is the only thing that I would change here, Richie. It looks like the smoke came from probably the scent stick, or, you know, something that produced very tiny, nice smoke, tiny line of smoke. So it looks like it is lots of tiny smoke, but how to explain it? The real smoke with the flame like this won't look like that. It's not gonna look like this. It should be way more softer smoke. This is kind of smoke that, well, it should be softened. It should be, I would say it's not about Photoshop. You need to use different smoke. The best thing is a smoke machine. Get it one. I mean, smoke machine for cocktails, right? We've seen it on Amazon. Yeah, it's lots of smoke. I agree that it's distracting because it's tons of the smoke, and it's like, you know, this tiny one. If you get, let's cocktail smoker kit. No. Smoke machine, no. Well, maybe this one. So it's not a torch what I need. No. Yes, okay, this one. So something like this. Not that one, it's too big. By the way, you can use even this one, but easier to use. Actually, yes, smoking gun or whatever, this is what they call it. It could be expensive, but I'm sure they're less expensive. You just need to, search for it. So something like that, it will give you way better smoke. Is there any? Yeah, you see the smoke? Smoke machine, yeah. So, Richie, you used this machine and it gave this type of smoke? This is strange. Why? It's not... Okay, so even if you did so, then you need to put some diffuser on a nozzle to make that smoke just, softer. Really, because otherwise it will be super cool picture. Now it's just too much smoke and it has this texture. Smoke shouldn't have texture, right? At least on this one. Okay. Black Rom, yeah. Used e-cigarette. Yes, actually, yes. I completely agree. Yes. Any the vape, right? The vape, the smoke machine. You turn it other way and just blow it from the end with some whatever, and it will produce smoke. Actually, yeah, that's $5 thing. Well, $15 in California. Yeah, super cool stuff for smoke generation. And there is chargeable, so you can charge it and make that smoke. And it's actually, you can even disassemble it, add glycerin to it. You don't need the flavor, you don't need nicotine, you just add glycerin and it will run. So yeah. This is what I'm talking about, Richie. The black piece. I think it will look better on that shot with the glass. All is, well, almost. Richie, tell me why, I didn't see it here, but looks like it's not touching. Why it's not touching the diffuser? Talking about the strip box. I see it's blurry. That outer, the backside edge, you didn't touch. And same here on other side, you didn't touch diffuser. What it created that blurry, non-glossy, I would say, effect on the bottle, on the glossy material. Why you have this gap? Look at the left, there is diffuser and strip box. I'm not getting it, really. You have to physically touch it. Just, touch with your strip box. And if you need, if it won't look good, if it won't be not enough diffusion or whatever, you can move the whole thing, the diffuser and strip box related to the bottle. You can move it maybe other side, or a little bit further, a little bit on a side, a little bit backwards. But really, this if you touch it, it will give you that look of the glossy material, and this is what you need. Okay. Yes, you just touch it, just physically touch it. Because the rest is super cool. Yeah, I see this last, the white one, I think black is better. This is cool too. Especially, the flame. Flame is nice. And here, if you remove all this text, we are photographers. We're not yet running the ad agency, Richie. I understand. It's cool. It's all cool. Don't get me wrong. By the way, I don't think they're gonna use white color for their for this banner. I don't think so. They're gonna use different color. But I'm not talking about this. The photo is good here. The smoke is good. Table is super nice. The glossiness, I love it. It just, if it would be without these letters, I would run it on stable diffusion. It will be cool outcome. Otherwise, well, we can do it, but probably it will be not as good as it's supposed to be. Oh, where is my... 1 second, guys, let me run this like that. just for fun. Where is this? Okay, so meanwhile, and that's it. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Good job, Richie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking through all the images. Thank you. Okay, Carol. So yeah, I'm glad that you made this change. It's definitely better. I was thinking feels like, oh, what did you change? But yes, and I understand that it was natural reflection. Well, because that's strange. Why is it like lens has? I just thinking how it can get outside of the bottle. Oh, it's a bottle was deep enough. Well, I'm not sure about that reflection. How it could get there? The lens was large, so it kind of looks through. Yeah, probably the actual glass lens was large. I don't know. Anyway, it's optics. It's all real. Yeah, like this. And it definitely looks better. The liquid. Remember what Stable Diffusion did for you, right? It understood that it's water, so it started moving the liquid. But really, if it, I don't know, did it try to make it like tapping instead of the whole thing? I don't know. If it would be a little bit more interesting, the waves. I mean, not interesting. The how you call it, organized. So like lines of the waves. Yeah. Oh, so it's because of mirror. That's what you're saying. It's through the liquid. Okay, I see. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, when it's a mirror, I understand, but it was so dark. Okay. Okay. I'm wondering why you need to have a mirror if you have liquid there and it's sitting on this black tray anyway. I mean, I'm talking about this. If you remove the mirror, just take it away. Put whatever needs to support the bottle, like a piece of, some Play-Doh or whatever, on the bottom, Fill it with water and catch the reflection and everything on the liquid surface, not on the... tray was not smooth. Okay. Anyway. So good. Halo is still there. This halo, maybe it's natural. This one, you see? A little bit of that halo around here. It's just not natural, it shouldn't be halo. Okay. What is going on here? Why it's glowing? Why it's glowing this side? It shouldn't glow. Just, should be nice and clean and sharp. Natural? Oh, really? Okay, wow. I would never guess, but... yeah. Maybe because of combo of liquid and mirror combo. Maybe because of this. Yes, probably. Yeah, mirror is not a good idea. Plastic store, you can buy it on Amazon or whatever, but actually I'm going to get there. We have this, it's called plastic something, I forgot. They sell all kind of organic, clear and not clear films, plastics and everything, and they have this pieces like a scrap, which cost nothing, like $1 a piece, and you can get all kind of stuff there, different colors. I need to run there today. So, good job, Carol. Yeah, I understand. So, definitely improvement. Thank you. Let's move on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, nice. So you see, it understands the flame and it does good job on the flame. Richie, it even didn't kill the fireball and stuff, which is good. What if we make it longer? Let me do that 4 seconds longer instead of this. Yeah. And meanwhile, cool. Carol, sounds good. Timothy. Yeah, Timothy, my good friend and our instructor from Chicago, right? Timothy, it's all cool, and yeah, generated background that you projected, AI background, which you made the physical appearance, in when you were shooting. It's all cool. I know all the cool, but I agree with Carol. The label here, Tim, the label. I think it's because it's so it has so many little details, text and stuff, and it's glossy. And we got this reflection, natural reflection, because we see two strip boxes, on both sides. Here we go, on top it's visible. By the way, they little bit the color temperature compared to everything is on the cold side. It's warmer, and you see that. I would make sure that the same temperature as these the label. It looks like it's almost white. I would make them a little bit warmer. Anyway, about label. Somehow I think you need to highlight it and catch dark reflection instead of bright. Maybe I would guess, but if you put lights really on the sides on the bottle, so it will be no direct reflection, but it will be the non-glossy elements, basically all the paper will be highlighted, and all glossy elements will be dark, all these letters and stuff. Maybe it will look better, I don't know, but I would try to shoot it this way, simply because there are too many details that getting lost because of the reflection. The rest is nice, it's very nice. This little bit kind of what is going on there, but I mean, it's not about, it is about symmetry. I just thinking why it's not symmetrical, because everything is here super symmetrical, and this is the only thing that is kind of, I guess, well, not big thing, but I noticed it. Tim, we are thinking with Tim to create this course where we'll blend in Photoshop the real photography into AI generated background. But what I'm working on right now, it's even more interesting, I think, would be to do it without Photoshop at all. So you have photo and you have AI generated background, and you put together everything in AI. This is the very ultimate task, but once I'm getting closer there, it's lots of things to learn. But once I'm there, if I will teach you guys, it will be amazing. You just will, you'll grab any photo that you will take just, on a table. Yeah, it should be some nice clean background, empty. And then you can put it anywhere in matters of minutes, just sitting in your computer. That's amazing, but it takes lots of things to learn for me too. Okay, so Tim, thank you. And now, Nari, you're still not shooting the lighting setup. When you're saying you forgot, it's not good excuse if you do it again and again. There is some reason why you don't do this. It's okay, because this is not enough. This is good just for people who just guessing, how hell you shooting stuff like this. For me, if you want, some like real advices of, how to improve, because it's really good. So it's just a matter of details. I need to see your lighting setup in details as well. Anyway, this is good. This is really good. I like it. You fix that issue when this white stuff gets dissolved, not standing out enough from the background. It's a little bit, here it's still in the white, but it's fine since we have this, and in the whole, the product it looks cool. It's easy to understand, you know, what it is, and we see all the features. The gemstones, nice, it's good. Since it's still white background, they were not gonna be really shiny, but I think it's very good. Maybe you can add a little bit more sharpening. You know, I'm just thinking, you know, where is my Photoshop? I'm not good at this, but maybe I'll try, you know, to do something with it to show you. If you, or maybe not. Well, I think no. This is probably the Facebook, because now it looks quite sharp. Yeah, it's sharp. Yeah, I'm looking at, you know, in Photoshop at this. Okay. One second, guys. What I'm trying to do, sorry. What I'm trying to do is I just try to sharpen a little bit this things and see if it will be okay. I mean, it will be better or not. So now if how I can remove this stuff. These two things, well, probably I sharpened a little bit too much, but these two in the middle, they have, well, they slightly sharper. So somewhere maybe in between, because this is not enough, you know, this is not sharp enough. And yeah, if you look at these guys, so Neri, somewhere, not too much, but if you add that sharpening, I'm using unsharp mask, again, maybe I need to do it a little bit smaller. If you try to sharpen each of them individually a little bit more, a second. So if I sharpen it like this, I remember it should be really tiny radius and threshold, but lots of amount. Oh, actually, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Very little radius, threshold 1, and this will look definitely better. And let's do it again here. Okay, and somehow here. So now look at this, Neri. Okay, these two too much in the middle, but these two on the left from the middle. This should be. This is what you do for the rest. A little bit, but they got edgy. Okay. Anyway. That's really good. This is really good. This is good too, and I think I even I like the color better than the previous one. On the white, yeah, that's fine. And on white, it's fine. I mean, it's good e-commerce if you need it on white, but of course they not. They doesn't look like. I mean, as good, as sexy as the previous one, and this as is. Yeah, you're shooting really good. You shoot good. You may, if I would see you light and setup, what I would try to add a little bit more of these specular reflections on the diamonds, you know, because what we see is nice and soft reflection, you know, from mostly internals from internal faceting. But if you add this, specular highlights, look at this. They will look even better. This is what they missing a little bit. It can be done with lighting, correct positioning of spotlight behind the diffuser that you place in front of the camera for most of them. But yeah, it's still good. Because look at this, the right side look a little bit, they look a little bit better than here, just because you have, well, first it's darker, the metal is darker, but they have some highlights on them. Talking about little diamonds, okay? Yeah. So, good. You're making the progress. Thank you, man. Glad to see it. That's good. Okay. It's getting hot here. And Carol, we got this. Yeah. Perfume shots. So this is good, Carol. I mean, you know how to shoot this stuff, and you definitely you're good at this. But it will look way better if the table would be darker. I think this white cubes is good, but look at this. You have this black cap on it, glossy black cap. I'm thinking if it would be glossy black plexiglass that you don't have probably because of you told me before, with all this, with some reflection, with all this, and glossy, actually maybe non-glossy, because I'm not sure how glossy will look like. We may lose this beautiful reflection on the shadow, refraction actually on the shadow that we got on the right of the bottle. So maybe it should be matte. But what I'm talking about, if it will be darker, I think it will be way more dramatic image, and it will be it will catch more attention immediately, just because of additional contrast. This yellow, it will look amazingly good either on black, gray, dark gray, on any shades of blue, dark blue. That will be super cool. Because look at this. This is good shot. I mean, there is no mistakes. There is no issues with lighting. Yeah. Because if I understand this idea that hey, I want something bright, okay, but look, you have these relatively dark shadows there, and the bottle, especially the bottom of the bottle, because it's bright, it's kind of getting lost a little bit. The top is fine because of the black piece. So I don't know, if you would have really bright environment and the bottle would be a little bit darker, then maybe it's fine. The darker bottle with deeper color of this yellow, and everything white there, white cubes, white everything. But here you have the shadows and stuff, so bottle are getting a little bit lost. Really, how to tell this? When I look at the thumbnail, it's easy, our eye is trained to catch stuff that may look interesting. So anything more contrast, it'll catch the attention. Or, well, again, contrast can be on white as well, right? White background, white cubes, and then something like a darker, but with some interest in this color and stuff, and some reflections maybe. No, reflections won't be visible on the white. Anyway, photography is good. Yes. Oh, you have behind the scene. Nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh, we need to feature you on Photigy if you want. Post it on Instagram, mention us, and yeah, our manager will get back to you. It will be cool to publish it. So thank you. Good. Good. Not much for me to talk about, you know, how to make it improvements in terms of lighting. It's all good. You're a master. So, yeah. Okay. Next one. Richie. Oh, you know, this is what I want. I don't think it's gonna work, but we can try. I need to upload this one. What it's gonna do. And you know what? Let me change the size. It should be like 876, whatever. 68. Okay. Next time. So, Old Spice. Nice. That's cool. Even though you shoot it straight, you know, everything is super straight. But I think it makes sense to do this. There is something in it, like, yeah. Nice. Richie, that's even, you get in some serious stuff. Look, this looks glossy. There is no issues with this bottle comparing to that Fireball. Because this is probably sharper line. I don't know. But I just, it's subjectively, I mean, this is what my brain tells me. Hey, this is glossy. And that one, hey, that was like covered with oil, talking about your Fireball bottle. So, very good. I would try to shoot it slightly from the bottom, you know, a little bit lower, a little bit to make this a little bit more curved. The top one, for sure, the cap will be like curved. But it's your turn. It's fine. Yeah, this is very nice. This is, and you know, red on red, you add this, there is gray, right? Gray, white and red. And you have this gray and red and white reflection. Very, very good. Very good. You almost touched. That's good. That's okay. But this is like, it's not a final, or is it final? No, it looks like you cleaned it. So this one, it's sharper light somehow, right? This liquid is good. Maybe if it would be a smaller wave, you know, just like a beginning of boom, really more interesting. It would definitely be more interesting. I would imagine the, you know, wave, the circular wave around the bottle, that you just boom, and it's not outside of the frame yet. This time, this case will be wow, just wow. It's harder to get it, I know, but just I would try to shoot it that way. The lighting, yeah, it's a little bit on the sharp side. Probably a little bit too much contrast in terms of lighting. You know, I would try to make it more like the previous one. But it's okay. If you like it this way, I mean, it makes sense too. I don't think it's super bad because of this. It's just my taste. Yeah, I would make it a little bit softer. And this light that you have, and same here actually, this light that you have on top, was it for label, for the frontal area, or for something else? Because look, I mean, I don't think it's bad. It's okay to have this reflection, but you may shoot without that reflection. You may position the light for the label below, you know, below the bottle. It won't be reflection. It will be little tiny at the bottom edge. That's it. It won't be like that. And you probably will achieve the same result in terms of label look. Yeah, it won't be this shadow. It will be different. You need to do like a combo shot, but still. Just saying, if it's up to you, then it is up to you, but if you like it this way, it's okay. But I would try to, especially on this one, because it's a little bit too harsh, like middle spot, like on forehead. I would try to fix it. Actually, here it will be harder to fix because of the liquid. You don't have room to lower light and hit it from the bottom. But good, it's very good. So you see, when there is nothing to move, AI just have an idea what it can do. It didn't do anything, because it recognizes objects. The only thing that it can probably rotate, maybe it, but somehow it decided not to rotate. Okay. So Richie, you're making huge improvements. Huge improvements. You're really good. Thank you. Thank you. Now, by the way, guys, may I ask you, did you see this, the ChatGPT workshop? It's basically class where I show you how, to approach, how it will create emails and pull the data from websites and local businesses that you can approach with offering your photography. Did you see it? It's in Pro Club, so either Pro Club or VIP, but I'm sure some of them should be there. Interesting to hear your feedback. Just, usability, does it need it? Do we need it or not? Stuff like this. Okay. Alrighty. So, Richie, thank you. Next one. Corys probably, right? Asking about, it was a question about how to shoot reproductions, the pictures, the real one, not reproductions. This is not necessary. This is what I want to see. So you have 1 and 2 light sources on both sides. This is cool. The question, how bright each one. This one probably less brighter. So, and result is this. It's good. You done it well. It's relatively uniform feeling, because you see, one of the challenges is to make sure that the whole painting has the same brightness. The relatively uniform feeling with the light. It shouldn't be darker on one side. We don't do gradients on it unless our client wants it. But still, it should be it should have some texture if there is texture. And what I'm looking here, I'm trying to see, was it how flat it was. So what was the texture or not? If it was relatively flat, then it's fine, because you do have, it's good. We see some, where it was definitely like big pieces of that paint, and we see reflection on it, telling that it was, popping on the flat surface, which is good. I don't see much shadows, but I think in general it's good. This side is slightly brighter, but again, maybe it's just naturally brighter. It looks like it naturally. So good, it's good. Good job. And make sure, please, this is super important. I didn't notice probably. I didn't tell you before. You need to shoot color checker passport or any other color calibration. Color checker, right? For photography. Well, I wouldn't trust. Okay, I don't know what it is. So something like that. Okay. You must do this, because it's a painting, so the color reproduction is super duper important for your client. It's very important, right? And you need to make sure that you make it right. So you need to create a color profile for your lighting setup. Don't touch it I mean, don't change your lighting and shoot whatever is needed on the same color profile. There is a special software. It's not about gray card. Gray card is not enough, maybe not enough. It's good to have it, but it's not enough. With all these colors, you will create a very correct color representation of whatever you're shooting. And yeah, that's needed. So make sure you do it, please. Okay. Next, Nick. Nick, yeah, I was looking at your question, you know, white background and stuff. The closest one is this one, okay? The course where we have on white background all kind of stuff, including watches. But your question is, you know, how to shoot different watches, watch bands, wristbands. Repeat the process for different straps. It's a matter of, you know, how you can manage, pull it and put it back, another one without touching much, so it will be the same position. I don't think I ever was shooting like this. For me it was a single item, but just, you know, put everything as stationary as possible in terms of, you know, props and whatever you have, and yeah, that should work. But the lighting technique is definitely covered on this course. Take a look. Okay, there are different ways how to shoot in white background. Next, so Carol again, your perfumes. This is cool one. This is definitely really nice one. Yeah. You know, when I was looking at it the first time, I said, oh, nice. And then I've seen this and I said, wow. You know why? Wow. Look at this. Somehow the way that this ball and actually the perfume look like, it's on darker background, but it has this super duper gradient. I'm not talking about that line. From, you know, age from your diffuser. But this gradient, when we have highlights, when we have really deep dark area, and then we have brighter area, and, you know, another highlight, it looks so good. And here, unfortunately, you lost some of this. First of all, this guy is heavily processed. I mean, it's like that Fireball whiskey from Richie. Sorry, Richie. Today, your whiskey is a star in terms of being not glossy enough. So I'll be using it as an example. So, Carol, this one, it's polished to the point when it starts looking oily. This one actually looks quite glossy. Okay, this one is better. But the main thing on this, that this top part lost a little bit charm of, you know, being on darker background. And same with the bottle. You know, lighting wise, it's all good. It's nice and clean and shiny, really shiny at the bottom. You have gradients, you have reflection. It's all cool. But what I would do different, I would play with your background if I would be on your place. I would try to make it darker, and I would try to make it like a smaller spot behind everything, probably here, you know, where it's connect, the center of that spot, and then heavy vignetting. So what you have here, but just compress that background, squeeze it, so it will be smaller spot and darker corners. In reality, I think this will have very good impact of what reflection will be on that ball, because it grabs the reflection from like 180 degree, and actually even more could be from behind. So that's all the dark areas will be inside. The spot which is almost behind on this guy will be inside too, and I think it will look really good. Again, this is something similar. Less reflections. Well, it's not about less reflection. Like I said, try to get darker background. Spot, gradient, it's all good, but just darker. overall, just like I explained, vignetting, more vignetting, darker corners, and see what will happen. This liquid, again, it will look, I think, nicer when there is a more contrast gradient behind it. Contrast gradient meaning that this brightness, it's, let's say, white, it's almost white, right? And here it's like 30% gray. But imagine that instead of 30%, it will be 70% gray over here and almost black here, or like 90% gray. I mean, 90% black. So I think this will be better. Again, I cannot really, be 100% sure because I need to see this specific, particular setup, but I would definitely try to do this. And don't polish that too much. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's probably reflects all kind of stuff that you don't want it to be, but still. Yeah, look at this, the spot and dark, and look at this, how it gets it spot and then dark, almost black. That's what you missed a little bit on that one. Here it's just more dark because there is no spot behind it, right? It's not. This is bright spot. Look at this. It's nice. So yeah, that's complicated stuff. Really complicated. I'm glad that you kind of went for it. But yeah. Label is very nice. This texture in the label, super cool. It's not deep texture, but you got it. It's nice. So, Carol, very good, very good. I would try to get this background differently. The rest is the same. Okay, let's see. We got some more. Oh my God, Michelle. I mean, Aurora. Okay. I was thinking like, okay, we're almost done. I'm talking. And we have so many things to... Yeah. Something like that. Look at this. That's cool. But again, it's the background is the same. But yeah. Nice. Sphere looks good. I don't know, what did you do to it? Why you kind of do all this stuff on it? I mean, maybe, but maybe too boring. I don't know. Again, it could be boring. Your bottle is the hero. It's not about sphere. If you have this light behind the bottle to get, some sparks or whatever, it will also touch this guy. So maybe just a spotlight behind will make this whole thing not boring, but it still will be, on a darker background, more interesting. Anyway, Carol, it's good. There are many options and, tons of stuff to change if you want. I'll give you my ideas. Thank you. Let's move because I never finished today. And I need to get my water. Man. Okay. Alisa, hello, Alisa. Well, what I can tell, I looked through it. It's all good. I mean, it's just too little, okay, too small. But the way that your the actual jewelry look like, that's good. We have all this reflection. We have gemstone, the nice and sparkly, but that piece of mannequin that you put it on, it ruins everything. I mean, it just, it doesn't look good at all. That's not the mannequin I would use it. It just, bad reflections. It's dirty. It has lots of, dust on it. Okay, this one a little bit more interesting just because it has more reflections, but the background here is not good. It just should be, I think, completely dark. Just dark, like that dark. And maybe this, if you kind of crop it, yeah, maybe like that, or well, whatever. We have more better look on the jewelry, and then yeah, we can see the jewelry. This one a little bit overexposed, but that's, I know how to fix it. So it's good. I mean, the lighting is good. It's just, the composition that I don't like. The mannequin, to be exact, yeah. That's, they sell it. I even have somewhere the how you call it, velvet, right? I mean, this dark velvet, or something like a velvet, almost without any reflection. It has some little texture. You can highlight it. You may hide it. It depends on the light. But I think it will look better than this plastic stuff. Really, I'm not getting it. I don't see the plastic one. And especially with all these reflections. Yeah. Okay, guys. I need to get my drink. We have lots of things to talk about. I'll be back in a moment, because without it, I'm not gonna survive. Okay, I'll be back in less than a minute. Already, I'm back. So, velvet. Oh, yes, Richie. You're welcome. Yeah. I also made... Привет, бусинка. Рад видеть тебя. Back to our... I did... okay. So, Alisa, yeah. The velvet definitely will work here. Because for me, I don't have much to tell you to improve in terms of lighting and everything, because I think it's good. This whatever you got, especially like I said, this one. Yeah, this one. That you need to shoot closer. Really, this needs to be way closer to the lens, magnification wise, and the background should be not distracting from the beauty of the whatever you put on it. Okay, so thank you. Let's move forward. Okay, Daniela, I have some food photography. Hello, Daniela. Question: why you position this way? That's the very first question, because when I open it, I said like, oh, okay, is it like Facebook did it, or everything on the left? But yeah, I'm not getting completely why you kind of shifted camera to the right so much. Photography itself, very good. I mean, nice, yes, very, cool texture. We have highlights, we have, it looks tasty. Definitely looks tasty. No issues with this. I would personally maybe shoot slightly higher, but again, I don't think it's bad this way. I would shoot slightly higher. The fork is, it's nice fork. It's not glossy. You make soft look on the metal. I wouldn't really push you for this. I'm not gonna say, hey, bad, because it's not about fork at all. But still, tell me how fork should be positioned on the food that it's not started yet. I mean, in a restaurant, on a table. I don't think this is the right positioning. It should be maybe flipped, other side. Maybe it should be next to the plate. It just, about propping, aesthetics. Fork like this, I mean, I don't like it for some reason. Fork is okay, again, it's soft, but yeah, nice metal at least. You have diffusers and stuff. It just slightly distracted me from the whole thing. And you like this fork definitely because you try to move the fork in the middle of the frame. You couldn't because there is a plate there, but you made that attempt. Shoot the fork and stuff, other kitchenware just alone. You're gonna love it on a black background with your soft boxes and stuff around. Shoot it. It will be cool. But I don't think you. The bruschetta, it's good as is, I mean, without even fork. I would actually remove it. Because honestly, you don't need fork for this at all. You don't use fork. Really, I eat bruschetta without fork. Really. Guys, how do you eat bruschetta? But I agree with Aurora, it's yummy. All is good. Except the fork and position of the frame. So, Daniela. Very good, very good. What else? Yes. Finger food. Yeah, exactly. Finger food. Thank you. That's how it's finger food. We eat it with fingers. So, but I'm sure that Daniela enjoyed the look of that metal under softbox. I mean, diffuser. Enjoyed so much, so she kind of did it the way that we will notice it. We did. Thank you. But no fork next time. Thank you. Okay. Tamar, welcome to our group. You just joined, or you at least first time submitted something. Okay. Light, reflector, power of the light. Believe me, I mean, you definitely came from portraiture and stuff. The power of the light is really doesn't matter at all. I mean, to tell us in product photography, because it's so unrelated. It's so unusable for others, really, because it's not like people. The ratio and stuff, we don't care about this. I mean, at least I never measure it. I do it by looking the image. I adjust for particular shot, for particular angle, for particular subject, adjust it accordingly. And I never was guessing what the ratio between light. Who cares? Okay, anyway. Why I'm kind of angry or hungry. Tamar, it's good. I don't know your previous experience in product photography. Probably not much, but you get there. I mean, you went not easy way. You got with all the propping and everything, and I appreciate it. This is not easy to shoot stuff when you have so many things. Okay, and you did it well. There are a few things that could be changed here. Is it the only one light? Let me read. Okay, bottom. On the left, there is a bottom light. So under the... Oh, I see now. Okay, you're right. Okay. Oh, now it makes sense why the bottle looks like this. Okay. So what I can tell, yeah, it's super bright. The whole image is, it's like under the sun sort of impression. It's super bright, it's super sharp in terms of light, probably because the light that you have on the left, the only light with the diffuser, was far away enough, so it was relatively sharp. which is fine. You know, it's cool to see the shadow and shadow from your plants and stuff. It really mimics the sun. Like, let's say, like about 40% overcast, you know, there are clouds, so, but there is a sun, and we have these reflections and shadows, and it's cool. Maybe just brightness, basically exposure of your camera. If it would be outdoors, here it's not about exposure, it's about power of your light. You don't adjust exposure on the camera, you understand, right? With studio lights, you adjust the power of the light. I would use slightly less light, okay? You see the bottom is being close to overexposed. That sand is super, super bright. I would try to do instead, I would even try to kind of block light a little bit. Imagine that the mask done by your hand or whatever, to get it's you do dodge and burn in Photoshop and actually dial down the light a little bit. So I would make the corners, especially the bottom, slightly darker, okay? As dark as here. So the brightest part should be the bottle, okay? Bottle is a little bit too bright, I would say. It's kind of glowing like crazy. You can dial it down again a little bit, but we'll see. Especially if sand will be darker a little bit, I think bottle could be darker too. The idea of having light through it, it's good. I like it. It's really glowing. But talking about bottle, there is no labels. You know, there's whatever you call it, in Russian. I don't know how in English. All this piece of shit, basically, this is what government put on top. I'm talking about top one. This is probably, it's fine. It's like a specific number for this ROM, so it's okay. The top one, well, maybe I'm wrong, but I would remove it, okay? I would remove if it was not like part of the design, okay? If it is, then I'm wrong, but if it's not a part of the design, if the certificate of whatever, I would remove it. What else? You went to that territory of propping things. Like I said, it's not an easy shot because you need to think a lot about propping it. You didn't choose like easy one when you have the bottle and the glass, for example. And propping here could be done better as well. Look, you have many things. You may have many things, but the story behind the shot is there is like island or whatever. There are probably pirates since Rome and treasure chest, right? With stuff being actually pulled out of it. So it should be a little bit more natural. For this, for example, these coins, it's cool. They a little bit under the sun. It's nice. The rest of the sun is actually sand very flat. I would make it slightly like real one. Okay, nobody will flatten it out before drinking the rum, celebrating that they found this crest. That's how you call it, chest, crest, whatever, the thingy. Thank you, Daniela. Yeah. So I would remove these shells from here, especially this one. It's not gonna stand it that way, no way. If it would be real situation, the real story. I love the shell under this little whatever on the left. That's super cool. This compass, I would put it slightly like stick to the sand as well, a little bit, like it was dropped, it was dropped and boom, and it's like this. The position is very cool. I like it there. And remove this, okay? And that's it. So all together, darker sand, especially at the bottom. That bottle slightly darker, no shells, and this compass being like there, and some not flat sand because it's really too flat, man. It's too flat. This will be an awesome picture. So you're very close to being like make wow. This is wow, but could be better. Okay? Thank you, Tamar. And shoot more. I love what you do. So, let's move. This is newcomers. Aurora. Now we have Champagne Saga. Champagne Saga. Okay, so what did you do here? It's cool to add previous one, like Carol did. I mean, what did you, because what was done different? I forgot. I need to look. I mean, it's good because it's a good. Okay, I think in a way, what did you fix? If it is good, what it was, because it was good too. So this one, it was darker. It was darker. It was darker. What else? Dark was, dark background. I like it actually. I like that dark background. Oh, you know what? What our guy AI tell about this? This too. 1 second. Since we're talking about, I'm gonna play. No, not this one. Okay. Oh, it's busy a little bit. Somebody else doing something. Okay, let me upload. So this one. It's actually really cool with splashes. It understands splashes and it does amazing job animation for splashes. Okay, it will take time. So it was too red. I told you that it was too red. Oh, the liquid. Yes, liquid was too red. But you also downplay the colors of the background. Right? Which is fine. It's okay. I love the deep one, which I just pulled. It's good, though, yeah. The bottle looks better, actually. That bottle has more reflection. This one softer and smoother, so it's nice. Yeah. The liquid, yes. Now it looks like champagne. I mean that's exactly what I would imagine that champagne should look like inside. Yeah. But yeah, I would get this one. Maybe you can even do it in Photoshop, and get it to this to this one, right? No. Anyway, to the previous one that I just downloaded, with darker background. Darker background is really nice. Okay, and this is... Oh, I remember that one that was glowing like crazy. Morning after potion. After what? Morning after. Morning after. Okay. So it's like to fix your face after a party time. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand why they name it this way. Anyway, nice. That's 2-component, right? You need to kind of mix it before use. It's nice. Oh, morning after. Okay. Now I'm getting it. Okay, there is a story. Because it looks like it's like underwear, like women's underwear, right? If I don't get it wrong. And morning after. Wow, that's such a story. Okay, nice. Nice, yeah. The only one thing, it's about story. It's not about photography, because photo is really nice. Really, the light on this jar, everything. It's very nice, really. I wouldn't put it vertical though, on this slightly. And is it? Yeah, I would put maybe. But anyway, vertical is good too. Coochie. Okay, exactly. So instead of that background, it should be like lifestyle shot. Again, not about photography, but about story. I would imagine it blurry, well, bedroom or whatever. Probably with some dark lighting. I mean, it shouldn't be bright. like it's not morning, or okay, curtains closed still, and maybe some candles not gonna work because it's morning. Anyway, just this is what came to my mind. But photography is very good. Blue, yeah. Blue. Imagine that fabric behind it was blue, deep blue, like silk bedding, with that colors. Silk is glossy, and imagine that, yeah, actually, yeah, you need to shoot it on a bed. Background should be just darkening that, the, how you call it? Forgot what it's on top of the bed. Anyway, sheets and stuff. And colors on this. That will be the best, I think. Yeah, and some like underwear. Material too dark? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of figure out. It's not too dark. I mean, it's you have glossy. I mean, it's glowing kind of. But it's about story. I have no idea what it is actually. What it doesn't look like it's dress. It doesn't look, about this black top. So I would really try to, shoot it on a bed and make it like nice wrinkles, very nice, like that. This thing, the underwear and the lights on this guy, and then darkness. The corners should be dark and yeah. So you can work a lot about this story. There are many things can be added, and yeah, like a bedroom shot, yeah. Because it's even more important than the lighting for this jar. Jar is good. You can just reuse it. You can shoot it on studio and then replace that jar that may not look as good as this one in real environment if needed. But yeah, the story can make a big difference here. Thank you, Aurora. I like what you do. Wow, that's what I like. Telling stories is way more interesting than taking pictures of just product subjects. The story is way more interesting stuff. We all need to learn how to tell story with our picture. That's it, right? Yeah. And this definitely darker background. The top one, the bottom is good. The top one, just this the gradient should go all the way, like you had there. You can do, I think, in Photoshop this. Okay, do we have something? Is it ready? Oh no, not good. So the positioning of this smoke wasn't. I mean, the fire wasn't good for AI. This is why I didn't do the job. I agree with it. It was not so good. When natural, you've seen it how it's naturally done. What about this? I'm interested in what will happen with this one. Probably nothing, but maybe some rotations. We'll see. What about shoes? Let's see. This one, yeah. That's the last one we talk about, hopefully. Because it's more than 1 hour now. Okay. Shoes. Quite a shoes, So, which one you like better, Aurora? You have a few, like you have this one and you have that one. Which one? If you ask me, this one. And why? Because of the background. And actually position as well. Background here is not good, in my opinion. It's way too bright for that dark subject. It's like I want to close this part with my palm, really. And then I won't see. It's like looking against the sun. Yeah, it definitely looks sexy, but the product, the thing is looking better here. I would shoot slightly from top. This one probably because of the opening, just to see a little bit more. And yeah, a little bit on top. But this represents the product better because it's not a regular shoe, right? They very specific shoe, and the lighting, the background should be specific too. This is more plain. And the good thing here, probably good because I don't like it, but this is the label of the shoemaker, right? They probably need to see there. However, of course, it kills all the fun when it's like stuff in there, but that's maybe fun. Needed, not fun. That may be needed for the shot. Try to do different background, way darker here. Green, deep blue, deep yellow, maybe red, all will work. Also, maybe you shouldn't crop it this way. Well, that's okay. This one a little bit close, but it's okay. Yeah. The only thing here is the background, because they matte, right? You need to highlight all these little gemstones, and you did. It's good. Of course, you can do lots of things to them in terms of post-production and everything, but they too little, and they look good. For artistic side, you can add not real, in Photoshop, little sparkle somewhere, but like here, the one that really bright by itself. If you add little star, maybe it will look cool. Maybe like couple stars, one larger, one smaller, just to add this feeling of everything. And yeah, red definitely looks sexier, and this is good. That's what we all need to try to do, to make sexy shots. Okay, so yeah, just make sure that opening looks okay. Either shoot it very low without opening, but probably not a good idea, unless you want to show what's on the bottom. Sometimes they show the bottom, or a little bit from top. I left rope on the left for the text. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, text may be good, but just background. It should be dark. That's too bright for the dark shoe. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Thank you, Aurora. It's good. Good work. Everyone gets better and better. I love to see this. And we have almost 1,000. So, thank you so much. Do you have any questions for me? Are we good to go? What do we have here? Yeah, nothing. You see, we can probably play a little bit with stuff, but probably it's not gonna do much. There are different ways to do animation, but this is the simplest one. Anyway, thank you. We all have fun. I hope had fun. See you next Thursday. Hopefully, I'll come up with some AI for you. Talking about that bootcamp workshop. The biggest question for me is what to drive. Are we gonna use cloud, which costs you money, and you can't really, it will be expensive if you're gonna work like several hours a day on the cloud for months or two, or we're gonna use your local machine, which may be not powerful enough or might not have enough drivers and whatever. It will be harder to set up for me to help you, remotely. Anyway, once this and some other workflows will be done, we'll have fun. So, are we good? Okay, looks like we're good. Guys, thank you so much. See you next Thursday. Okay, take care. Have fun weekends. Spring is coming, and it's amazing. Bye, guys.